something really lovely about walking into this building, W18, in the evening, and you can hear the sounds of concert choir. And then at the same time, you also hear a little bit of drumming coming out of this room. And then you see another student bringing their piano books into one of the practice rooms to go practice. And that's really what this is all about, having a place where you just walk into this building and you know that music making is happening everywhere.
We have 3 different buildings that are cubes. They allow us to separate the sound out from each other, so each one is isolated from the other through this lobby. They produce a lot of sound. These are very loud instruments, they're drums, they're metallophones, and so we needed to create a space that was isolated sufficiently so that we could have something very soft happening in our concert hall, and the two can coexist. You can see that it is an immense space. We have felt on all the walls as well as these other banners to keep the sound level down.
Unlike an orchestra where everyone packs up their instrument in a little case and brings it home, these instruments live here. They're part of the aesthetic of the room. There are certain energies and spirits, if you believe that, that are part of this room because of the instruments.
It's a space that will bring in not just MIT community, but Cambridge community as well.
The acoustics in here, like, you can tell this is a space that's built for music.
When we were designing the building and talking to the acousticians about, what do you guys need to build a great hall? And the thing they said was height. You need to give us 50 feet above the stage. And what the height does is provides this big reverberant chamber.
When you're surrounded by the audience, it feels a lot more collaborative.
The way you listen, the way you place people, I hope it frees you all up physically.
I feel like this semester you've really started emphasizing more physicality. Like, for example, sometimes during warm-ups we might walk around the space or go up the stairs and really free our body.
For a very long time, there's been a lot of enthusiasm for music here at MIT, but I feel like now, with having this here, having a structure and having a headquarters, is of course going to naturally give more weight to what's being done here.
One reason I chose to come to MIT for grad school over other schools was I was looking into the music department. I was very happy that even as a grad student, I can be an integral part of the music program and be supported.
And then this third box is called our Music Maker Pavilion, and it has rehearsal spaces, music technology spaces, offices.
Sometimes you need rooms that are sound absorbent when you have electric guitars or drum sets. But for classical genre, you need rooms that are going to be a little bit echoey. And it's hard to do all of that with like a multi-purpose room. So that's why in this volume you have many, many different kinds of rooms. And that's how we're able to make space for many, many different genres.
And this was something that's been a long-standing desire for the department, is rehearsal rooms that are meant for music and that have, you know, a great acoustic. You can even hear when you talk in here that it is a reverberant space. It's not like being in a classroom.
The thing about this room that's the biggest feature that's different than the other rooms is how loud we can play here. It's the amplified music room. It was built for loud music as opposed to some of the other rooms were built for acoustic chamber environment. We have microphones and speakers, and we have a board, and we have drums and a bunch of amplifiers. Eventually, the idea is for this to become like a studio. So we'll have a booth over there, so we can have actual recording sessions here.
This is the Music Tech Makerspace, and our idea for this space was we wanted to have somewhere where we could do research and class projects on instrument design, really across a broad variety of approaches. So I mostly teach digital musical instrument design, so I'm working with sensors and electronics and soldering and digital manufacturing. This sensor, for example, is just a microphone that you can plug into a circuit board and you can get data from in different ways. So I'm actually taking this to one of my students right now so they can use it in their project. And then over here we have a lot of projects, like this, for example, which is a circuit board for prototyping synthesizer modules. And it's like a little perf board, but it has all the components you would need to sort of DIY a variety of different kinds of modules.
We just launched a new program in music technology here at MIT. It's a graduate program, so we're calling it the Music Technology and Computation Graduate Program. So we ask questions like, how can we improve a user's experience in a concert? How can we take musicians who are performing and enhance their capabilities? And then of course you have everything having to do with music analysis and music distribution and, you know, searching for music. And of course now there's AI generated music, and so that's an entire new field that's super interesting.
One of the interesting things I learned about the architecture of the building is that that arched outdoor roof covering actually was created to make it acoustically advantageous for outdoor performance. This idea of the music making and the sense of community extending beyond the doors.
This building is like a really nice blend of people doing different things with technology and music. Because like I also sing, I do a cappella. So like when I'm done writing some code in this room, I'll head over to the soundproof room and I'll do some singing. Then maybe I'll go up and watch someone play some piano, you know, maybe bring one of my friends.
It's an opportunity for our students to have an artistic outlet and to find a way to make beauty and make community with one another. You know, we're talking about poetry, we're talking about music, we're talking about the human spirit, we're talking about conflict, and that we have a dedicated space for it, I think, is pretty profound.